So, hello everyone, Myrmonden here, welcome to my review of My Hero Academia episode 8, season 2. I found it a really good episode, not as good as last week because it didn't have any emotion, it had some of just emotions, like, I guess, but like last week was fantastic, having Shincho and Deku, and the whole battle was way more intense. This was more like, okay, let's just do the tournament, let's do like this guy out, this guy in, this guy out, so, just kept doing the battle thing. But I really liked that it kept the manga pacing first and foremost. I think that was really important. Because like, I hate, for example, in One Piece, so spoiler here, but when Zoro is fighting Hody, and it's like, oh, he didn't, like, in the manga he wins right away, in the anime he's, it's like, oh, one episode of that, it's like, not a spoiler here, Naruto, for example, it was shown in some good examples here, I think, and I assume pretty much everyone has watched Naruto, if they watch this anime, by the way. So it's like, Naruto, so you have Sasoro versus Kankuro, right? That battle in the anime is like one whole episode, if not more. In the manga, it is one page, right? It's one page in the manga. So the outcome of that battle is supposed to be like, oh, bam, I owned you. Like, that's supposed to be the outcome. But in the anime, they made it like, let's fill it out, let's even show and stuff and shit. Like, they have no canonical effort, right? And just made the winner of that battle looks really, really, weak compared to the manga version, where it's like, wow, he's strong, he's one punch that guy, he one punch man that guy, right? So there is Zoro and Hody, like, there was a One Punch Man moment as well. But like, no, let's make it an episode. Like, that is horrible. This anime here does the correcting. So way better here in My Academia, just correcting, and they say, okay, so we're gonna fight, like, we're gonna fight Kakuri, the electric guy, right? He's gonna fight this plant woman. No one knows what she can do yet. Bam, he's out. Like, that is great. It's a war effect, I guess. He's out right away. But, I think it's much better because it means that we see how strong she is, or how weak she is, I guess. But, it keeps the momentum, it keeps the canonical strength of them more defined, right? Because if you read the manga about this, it was the same thing, of course. And then you felt, wow, she's strong, or wow, he's weak. But that was the intent, right? But if the anime had made this battle like 10 minutes long or something, or even longer, whole episode, that might be really epic, though. I think it, of course, they could have spent a lot of time doing that. That might be better than fillers, But at the same time, that would have removed like her strength or his weakness or whatever, right? It's better though. However, though, it's kind of a fun episode because they go over like all the fighters, right? They pretty much like bam, 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 bam. They show everyone like losing or winning in like 1 minute. So like bam out in. So a little overkill maybe, but still though. Obviously, the manga is kind of like we see it in the preview of next week, and I said it before. And I was like, hoping this could be this episode, but for the next week then, with Urika versus Bakugo, it's gonna be like a whole full fight, probably almost a full episode, maybe half episode at least. There's gonna be a really good fight, right? We're gonna see Urika being like really badass, and we're gonna see Bakugo struggle, and she might win, and we're gonna do all that thing, right? And it's like that's gonna be really interesting. So that's kind of where they put the metal here, right? Where the other fights kind of like whatever B characters. But actually, I do say, and I actually was surprised about that, is when Yasuo loses so quickly. But I really liked it though. I really liked it because you see her, she has a really good power rise. She's one of the top characters, like top quirk power she has. One of those like 4 with the fight. And you expect a lot from her, She's good, but she's kind of nervous. She's kind of like, oh yeah, his Dark Shadow is pretty strong, how should I beat him? And bam, she's out. And I love that because he's like, you lack confidence. Like, you have to be more secure what you're doing, right? And he leaves it, and he's like, he bows and he goes out. And that's really good because it shows that, yes, she has a good quirk, but she actually is used to quirk very, and even if those like she has to use her quirk and never telling away because she has to like understand how material works or like chemistry or something. But clearly see there that she couldn't like use the quirk correctly. She could like use some light effects or get some freaking some light, something that makes light, right? Yeah, some machinery that makes light, whatever. But she didn't, and she just completely owned her. Even though she's a top contestant to cross at least, like top 4, top 3, something like that. And obviously then we see Dark Shadow or Toriyama, of course, being really, really strong. He has pretty much his best or second best quirk of the whole class, like when he's on the night at least. Like his strength of his shadow is insanely strong. So obviously he's very good, but like still that was interesting. But he's like using his power, integrated, push it out, he's tricking her, pushing out. Very good battle. Surprisingly, see it fast. The other battles, of course, are kind of whatever. But that battle is very interesting, right? Because the other battles are kind of like, here's this like supportive character, which is not a supportive. I mean, supportive as like a C-list character thing, so kind of backup character. They fighting each other, so they just do that thing and get rid of them. They're not the main story. Get rid of them. Obviously, like Bakugo versus Urika is the main story fight. So then I was like, okay, you cut off this other guy here, right? But their battle is actually two major players in the class, and it still let one of them lose instantly. So I think I like that a lot. They kind of put her on the same level as Nevelacer, you know. And obviously she's like 10 times better than Nevelacer or Karakiri, but still, they kind of put her on that level. They were like, no, she's shit. You know, she's not confident, she's horrible. So the interesting dynamic there. But anyway, that fight was great, absolutely the best fight. Well, so you can own first fight pretty good too. Of course, the manly battle of Kirishima and I can't remember the steel guy name, but like they have the hardening with steel. I like how it glazes over too. It's because it's the same time as Deku talking to Urikan, giving his support to her, and they're like, "You're missing the fight, Deku." It's just like those guys are here. It's like, yeah, but I know what they can do. They like have this like dual battle. You see them being like super serious, like it's my quirk. You see that battle, and he's like, I don't care. No one cares about them. It's like poor me characters. It's like, oh god. And they have like the worst struggle battle ever. They just punch on the face. They're doing it the classic boxing, you know, you stand and punch the shoulder like bam, 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 back and forth, right, until they both collapse. And it's like, I don't think no one cares. Like, no. They have shitty quirks. No one best nice. Like, yep. Poor guys. So that was great too, how it was presented here. But that battle is kind of interesting, of course, they both end up losing. And then we have the other battle, which I kind of liked actually, yeah. Nevelacer versus Alien Queen, I can't remember her name. It was like Midori. Yeah, Alien Queen is her hero name. Sorry, but Nevelacer, of course, he's, you know, he's like a joke character, right? We see Minetta being like, yeah, he's my boy! Because he's a kind of little of a hentai like Minetta, right? He's like, yeah, please, Nevelacer win! And obviously his power is shooting Nevelacer, right? They might just not have a quirk. There's been some discussion about that in the manga. Not in the manga itself, but I mean like people read the manga like does have a quirk actually, which I have to agree on because like his Nevelacer is from the belt that looks like a chameleon belt in Spider-Man, and it's kind of like, is that belt actually his powers? Because he hurts his own body because pressing it outright hurts him. The Rico hurts him. It makes sense that he shoots out some stuff from it. Whatever he shoots out, is it actually his power or is it just a belt and his parents whatever just gave him a belt? This is like quirkless people actually, like Deku was. It's a very big possibility. Because I mean, obviously she destroys his belt and then he just gives up because he can't use the quirk anymore in a way, right? But regardless, though, I kind of like the whole battle. Obviously, we know that his pain is increased every time he's Nevelacer. He's dodging, and he's like, we see his face like he's like he's almost sick. Like, I can't move. It's like he keeps just having more and more pain, right? And obviously, it's like she can just like avoid him a few more times, and he will like lose anyway. Some pure self-inflicted damage. But this is I'm kind of buying that theory that he doesn't have a quirk actually, because this is even more evident in the anime than that it's like, well, he's looking more and more painful. As soon as the belt is out, he gives up, and it makes more sense that he would be hurt by his own quirk if he doesn't have, he can't control like a belt shoots him in the stomach, right? That makes more sense that it would be the belt doing it, not his quirk then. So he might be quirkless for sure. I think there's a big possibility of that. But yeah, I like that as well. And then of course we have the whole general thing with the episode. It was like some good laughs. I mean, I love Minetta. We see him on the stage like sleeping one scene, voting for him. we see Minetta being the classic comedy goal. The comic relief is always Minetta, right? And that is great. It was still of course that Karakiri, as we know, is also like girls and so on. Like Minetta tricked her with the cheerleading outfit a few episodes back. See him and face the Jesus character, right? We see her and she's like, she's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna beat her and make she like it. Oh, I'm lost. So that was pretty good too. Can reference back to him and Minetta being the perfect, right? But yeah, it's like pretty good episode. Like good, really good tournament episode. Even though the feelings ever on so quickly, but I liked it because it kept the manga. The next episode will be like the real duel. Like, so I had one duel last week. Next week's gonna be a duel, and then after this episode, when everyone's kind of in and out quickly, we're more gonna see better duels. Right? It's gonna be more like a top 4, top 2 final. That's gonna be more like one or more episode of battling, right? So Also interesting in a way. But I think that was really good because obviously My Hero Academia has a lot of characters, right? Most manga don't have this many character powers, right? They have a class of people with everyone is a mutant, everyone has powers. So they have a lot of people with characters and or I mean powers and characters, and so on, right? So it's kind of good because even in now when they are like top 16 or top 22 or whatever, they have to be kind of like they have to throw out like 10, 15 characters because there's a lot of characters that have to fight. So we like get out that girl, get out that man, get out that weird boy guy with the weird naval power. Just get him out of here, yeah. Get him out. It's pretty good actually, right? Just quickly do it. And also, yeah, last point of course. Again with naval actually, but it's interesting if you have or not. Have to remember Shinsho carried him into the next right because he was a Shinsho team. And she's obviously won with his mental powers, so he was probably pretty useless. Like Shinzo, he had him for whatever reason, but he didn't need him. Like he just needed his own powers. So he could easily win the second and first round by himself, right? As the other guys. So naval actually got into that, using him, right, like being his team. I mean, so be used by him. So yeah, that's also something you have to remember. That of course, right? Naval actually shouldn't have been pretty much even at that level, right? He pretty much shouldn't have been at that level of like that top guys, right? He's really weak, and we see that listening to Inly Queen, she's quite weak as well. So it's kind of like you lost to someone else that also is really weak. Yeah, good job, It's kind of like so I think that's good, but you throw him out there quickly, right? Because we know that we read in the manga and so on. I mean, we know that we're following the storyline. I mean, from when he started. Not the manga. I mean, following the storyline. So like when he got the classes off, we know he's weak, right? And we know that Shincho meant him into the team. So it's like, why would he be there, right? So, and this is great actually. So anyway, yeah, great episode. Of course, it's completely action packed. Though, they have one story part there which I like, of course, in the end. But let's see the next episode, where Deku's gonna say, okay, Urika, I'm gonna give you my book about Bakugo. He's like, no, I have to be myself. It's like, that is great. It's a great ending there, right? Great ending. Well, it's pretty much only characterization or drama really in the episode, right? We have someone with Yasuro, which is losing, but it's kind of like, yeah, you have like confidence, bam, you're out. Like, so that much of that. But I like, of course, the ending of Urika, but it's more about that episode, right? She's like, nope, no, Deku, I have to beat him myself with my confidence. Yeah, so that's great. Obviously, she has a much, I would say, better personality than Yashiro. Obviously, Ida with Hatsume. So what about that fight, actually? And I mean, that's a great fight as well, because Hatsume is like, look at me, this is my stuff. Oh god, I love that part. Oh, I feel about it. I love that part. It's like, oh, yes, my babies. You can fly with this thing. This thing you can catch people because you can shoot some of them. The net is great. Oh, this stuff you can like avoid stuff. And he's like, fight me, woman. He's like, oh, I love the part. It's great comedy, and of course at the end she's like, nah, I'm just gonna walk off. It's like, what? He's like, no, I mean, I don't have to fight anymore. I've already been on the big scene. I already showed my stuff. Yay! It's like, I can't go home now. I love that one. I love Hatsume. That was great. He's like, and like, what's the end? She's like, and you see Ida, of course, being like, but fight, like, no, I want no. So that was great. That was really, really good. But yeah, I mean, that fight is obviously just comic relief. But I think it's interesting, but because she's the only supporter hero. And see this other guys way back in the like top of the shelves there of the crowd. And so don't be like, maybe we can buy her stuff. Interesting. So she's like, she knows she's doing it. She's like, I want to sell my babies. I want to sell my babies to make money. It's like, he's a great character. And Ida, of course, is pissed off because he's very he's very righteous. He wants to win by winning, right? He wants to fight and win. But of course, we see him being like, "What? She surrendered to me? It's not. I wanna win." And also, not to lie before I end this is where the copycat guy. He threatens everyone when Plant Girl wins. He's like, "Ha! We are the best!" And you're like, what's he doing? And then that girl can make her body bigger, hits him in the face, like knocks him out, like, sorry. You're like, okay, weirdo. I love him as well. He's like the right. This is good. It's good. But anyway, see you guys next week and have a great day.